welcome back to my channel. It is so good to have you all here again with me. If you're new here, then welcome. My name is Amy, and as you can see by today's title, I'm going to be reviewing a lovely box of PR that came my way from Bare Minerals. So I do give my opinions and thoughts as I go along, and then I'll sum up just at the end as well. I just want to mention before we get straight into the video that while these products were kindly gifted to me in PR, I am under no obligation to even create this video. This video isn't sponsored, and yeah, that's really all there is to say about that. I'm so grateful that I was sent this package. It really is a dream come true. And anyway, so this is the look that I created. So if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Don't forget to give this video a like for me and subscribe while you're here, as I would love to have you. Okay, so I have got a seriously gorgeous box of goodies to get into here. I'm obsessed. So I have already used Bare Minerals before. I have a couple, I've had their foundation in the past. I have a couple of highlighters which are unbelievable. I'm still going into this with a very open mind, but I know that what I have used before has already been good, so I do have quite high expectations for everything. So I've already done my skincare and I've already done my primer as well, so we're just going to jump straight in with foundation then today. So not only did the guys at Bare Minerals send over 3 different foundations for me to try, they also send over 2 brushes. I have had a little play with the brushes already. This one here is super dense, this one here is a little bit fluffier, so I'm going to go in with that one today. But I guess because they did know what I'd like, they sent over a light coverage foundation, which this one here is actually their tinted, it's like a tinted moisturizer. So this is their Complexion Rescue. I'm not going to use this in this video today, however I am going to be doing a very like natural 5-minute makeup look, so I will come back to that and use this foundation for that. So it's between these 2 here. So we have the Bare Pro, this is a medium to full coverage foundation, and then we have the Stick Foundation, which is a medium coverage foundation, and it is water based, so I'm very interested in this one. So that was so kind of them to send all 3 foundations, and I will definitely try them out at some point. However, today I'm going to go in with the Bare Pro foundation. So I'm hoping that this colour is going to match me. I do have a little bit of tan on, so my hopes are high, and as I said then, I'm just going to take this on the smoothing brush. So straight away, I just love the bottle. There's something very luxe about this, and it comes with the glass bottle, and it has a really good pump on it as well, which actually has like an open and close switch on it as well, which is great. I'm just applying the foundation directly to the brush. So because this brush has quite a soft head on it, I would imagine it's going to really disperse the product quite well, but it's going to give a slightly sheer finish. If I was to use this other brush, which is super dense, then it would apply a lot more coverage. That feels really lovely going on that brush. Now that was 2 pumps onto my face and it covered my whole face, and I would definitely class that as a medium coverage. So I am going to go in with 1 more pump just to give me a little bit more coverage into the center of my face. So it is quite a runny texture, it's really fluid. So the only thing I don't like is this is going to get very dirty very quickly because it is so runny, it just comes straight out of the bottle. But let's not be dramatic. It's not like it can't be fixed with a baby wipe. Making my skin look super like glossy, just like a really radiant glow. So now we'll just ignore how dark my inner corners are, but that's the foundation up a little bit closer so you can see. I like it. So I'm impressed so far, but let's move on to concealer. So this is their concealer then, and it is in the same range from Bare Minerals as the foundation is. So this is part of the Bare Pro collection, and this is a 16-hour full coverage concealer. Ooh, it's a little stick. Ugh. These kind of concealers bring back memories because I used to wear them on my lips and put a gloss over it. Ooh, it wasn't a nice look. So I'm hoping that this is going to be super creamy so that it blends out really easily. So I'm just going to draw it kind of in here, which is thick. I'm going to pick the tiniest bit there. That's not a bad colour for me. This colour, by the way, is Fair Light Neutral number 3. So let's just see how this blends out. I'm taking one of my favourite concealer brushes. I think it's an eyeshadow brush, but I use it for concealer. This is a 105 Plush brush. Okay, so it's quite a stiff concealer. It does move, but you really have to work with it. This is the kind of concealer I would imagine I would put over a blemish rather than underneath my eyes. Once it kind of heats up and moves about, it's a bit easier to spread out. I'd say if you're patting this in with your finger, it probably would work a little bit easier. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I know it's a little bit lighter than my skin tone, so it'll have the opposite effect, but I just want to see what it's like. Yeah. It's my Nude concealer for covering blemishes and spots. However, it's not my Nude concealer for underneath my eyes. It's not bad, it's not sitting, doesn't look thick, it's not creasing or anything, but it's just not as fluid as what I usually would go for. So I don't have any Bare Minerals setting powder, so I'm just going to go in with a classic. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. Because that concealer is so thick, I'm really going to put like a very light dusting underneath my eyes just to set it all in place. I'm really working the powder into the brush. Just bringing a little bit up the centre of the forehead. So I'm really loving how that looks at the minute. I know that concealer isn't something I would usually go for, but it still looks good. So I just gotta ride with it and try again and get used to using something different. But I think the foundation and the concealer and then the powder on top, it just looks pretty flawless. So let's get some colour back into my cheeks because I'm looking a bit flat. I feel like I'm going to say the words Bare Minerals so many times in this video, so I'm so sorry. But this is the Bare Minerals bronzer. This is in the shade Warmth. Now the colour in the box scares me, it might be a bit dark. I love the Bare Minerals packaging as well on these cheek products because they're just so, simple's the wrong word, but they're really aesthetically pleasing to me. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's alright actually. It also really satisfies me whenever brands imprint their logo onto their products. So because I think it's going to be a bit darker, I'm just going to use quite a small brush for this one and go very, very carefully and very slowly for this, rather than using a large brush like I usually would. Oh, here, do you know what? It's quite nice actually. Oh, that did not come out the colour that it looked. So I'm trying to keep my bronzer sort of up and far back rather than bringing it right the way in, just to sort of create a more of like a lifted effect. Whether that works or not, we'll see. And I'm just bringing it up into the hairline and sort of just whatever's left in the brush, bringing it around here. I always end up looking like I've got a beard if I put too much bronzer on the bottom. I'm really loving this bronzer. I think it's a really nice colour. It's not too orange, like it's not too warm, and it's also not too cool toned. Almost, it's just sort of somewhere in between. It looks quite a greyish brown there first of all, but it does go on a lot warmer than it looks. It's very subtle. I mean, as subtle as a bronzer, you know, can be. I've had to put the bronzer down because I will just keep going on and putting more on and putting more on, and then all of a sudden I will be very, very orange. So I'm just going to move on to blusher. This is part of the Gen Nude range, which I have tried their lipsticks before and they're so beautiful. So this one here, as I say, is Gen Nude and it's in the shade Pink Me Up. Usually I tend to go for peachier kind of tones, but it's not peachy and it's also not too pink. It's kind of like perfect in the middle. So I'm one of those blusher girls that loves my blusher like right in there, but I'm trying my hardest to bring it further back because it's just more flattering for my face shape whenever I put it there, because I do have like this kind of shape here. I look like a wee doll. So I'm going to apply it almost just back here. Oh, that's such a pretty colour. Oh my god, if my mum was watching this, she will want this. You're not getting it. And I'm just using the brush that I use for powder just to kind of, there's nothing extra on this brush, but it'll just kind of soften everything out. God, that is such a pretty colour. What a lovely everyday shade. And there's still, like I haven't gone in with highlighter or anything yet, and there's still a lovely, oh damn it. I completely forgot they sent over a highlighter to use. It is a cream one, so it'll be fine on top of powder. In Bare Minerals, I trust. I was saying something. Oh yeah, so it's like there's still a lovely sheen coming through my skin, and that's with powder, bronzer, foundation and everything going on. So that foundation is just shining through, really, really lovely. And I'm gonna drop just a tiny bit across my nose. Does it look like sunburn? Sometimes. Is it cute though? Yes. Okay, so really impressed with the bronzer and the blusher so far. The bronzer was a surprise. I don't know why. I just thought it looked so dark. Came out really, really lovely. Applied like a dream, like really quite buttery. And the blusher is my favourite product so far. I think that colour is just perfect for me. I know I look a bit blushy at the minute, but whenever I get my eyes and my lips and everything on, it will all tie together. So next up then, I'm going to take the highlighter. So as I said, I've already used this before. This is actually my second one of these. I love this. This one here is in the shade Free, and it is a super golden tone highlighter. But for those of you out there who don't like it just as golden, we also have this one here called Zen, which is a little bit on the pinkier side. I mean, oh, it's so nice. Yeah, so I really love these highlighters. Like, look at that. I feel like not enough people talk about Bare Minerals and their highlighters. They are one of the best formulas that I have ever tried. Ever. Oh my god, what is wrong with me? I had the other one to try. I will try this in another video. What is wrong with me? Yeah, so I really love this. I know this isn't like a first impressions on this product, but I have tried and I have loved this for so long. Really good. So I'm actually just going to pop off camera and do my eyes quickly because I think this video is going to be lengthy enough. Usually these kind of reviewing product videos go on for quite long. I don't want to bore the shit out of you basically, but I actually don't have any Bare Minerals eyeshadows anyway, so I'm going to hop off camera and do them. But fear not, I'm going to film it and actually post it over on my Instagram, so you can find my Instagram link below, but it's AMYSAAVAGE for anybody who wants to go over and give me a little follow. But yeah, so I will film it anyway and post it over there just so this video isn't super long. But anyway, I probably could have done it in the space of time that it took me to explain myself, but anyway, I'm gonna go do my eyes and I will be right back. Okay, so I am back with some pretty dodgy smoky eyes if I'm honest, but that's fine. So moving on then, I've got mascara on this eye and I'm gonna put some on this eye. So this is the Bare Minerals mascara. This one is the Strength and Length Serum Infused Mascara. Now obviously I've already used it on this eye and I did really like it. It's a really funny looking wee brush. And so I was a bit skeptical at first, but it did the job. Now don't get me wrong, it's not the best mascara ever, but it does the job. It does lengthen them, so it does exactly what it says in the tin. I wouldn't say that it volumizes, so if you are looking something like a thick lash, then this definitely isn't it. This is going to be my whack it on and go daytime mascara. I mean, it's not like Bare Minerals are known for their like full-on dramatic makeup. Like their whole thing is clean beauty, like natural, you know, you are the skin you wear kind of makeup. So for that reason, I'd say this is a pretty good mascara. It's a really nice brush. It doesn't feel like it drags on the lashes either. So I'm sure you can tell I've already got my brows on. I didn't have an eyebrow pencil from them, however I do have an eyebrow gel. So this, similar to the mascara then, this is a Strength and Length Serum Infused Brow Gel. So it says that you see up to 100% fuller brows within 8 weeks. So this is the brush on it. It's really bizarre looking, but I mean it did the job already in this brow. So I'm used to using Forma Brow Gel like a mini spoolie almost. So this one here, I'm not sure. I need to do my research on this one to see why it's shaped the way that it is. But I'm very intrigued, and it really does just grab every single one of those wee hairs. Keep going to like use the other side. I really like it. Brow gels are another thing I'm really fussy about because I don't have the best brows. They're a lot better now than they used to be. I've been using castor oil in them for like the last 9 months and it's helped so much. So really all we've got left to do is lips. So they sent over 2 lip liners and 2 lipsticks, so I will show you the 2 of them, but knowing me, I'm probably going to go for the browner of the 2. We've got 2 Gen Nude lip liners. We have a pinkier one in the shade Borderline and a brownier one in the shade Freestyle. And then I've got 2 coordinating lipsticks that will go with the lip liners as well. So I have one called Focus and one called Grace. So Grace is the pinkier of the 2. This is so satisfying. Super pretty. And then we have this one called Focus, which I dented whenever I was looking at it earlier. So it's a little bit darker. So I'm going to go in with this set here just because this one here, it's a little bit pink for the eye look that I've created. So going in with the lip liner then in the shade Freestyle. These glide on so easily. Usually I would have a lip oil or a lip balm down. I didn't put one on today because I want to see how these perform just on their own. And the answer is really well. Also, the lip liners are huge. I absolutely love that colour as well. It's really very up my street. And so these lipsticks, they are part of the Hydra Smoothing range, so they're going to be really nice and hydrating, which is perfect given the time of year. God, that lipstick is beautiful. I'm still obsessed with that blusher. Okay, so here we have the finished look then. I would love to know what you guys think. I kind of did a mini review of each product as I went. However, my favourite products were definitely the foundation and the blusher and the bronzer. There's nothing that I didn't like. The only thing that maybe I'm kind of on the fence about is the concealer. It's just been so long since I've used a product of that kind, so it'll take me a while to get used to it, but it was so good at covering. I've got a lot of blemishes around my chin just from wearing masks and being stressed and stuff. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. As always, it's been so good to have you here, so don't forget to give this video a like for me and don't forget to subscribe while you're here. I would love to have you here with me on my channel. But that's all for this video, and I just want to say a massive thank you to Bare Minerals for sending these gorgeous products over for me to try. I honestly have to pinch myself every time something comes to the house that I get to do what I do. It's just a dream come true, so thank you so much to them. But that's all for this video, so take care and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!